Well, joining us now is Brian Burch, one of the authors of the American Catholic Almanac. He joins us from Chicago, and kind of a balmy Chicago via Skype. How you doing?
Good, Jay. Good, Father. Glad to be here from the Windy City.
Now, Brian, we have to say what the temperature is, because we're in Hawaii, we're in Louisiana, we're in all over the world. So when we say balmy, what's balmy in Chicago in December?
Well, normally we should be getting our first few snows, be in the low 30s, mid 20s. This weekend it's going to be 50 degrees in Chicago, so we're celebrating here. But we'll be back to normal Chicago weather very soon.
Don't celebrate too long; it won't last. Well, Brian, tell us what made you decide to co-author the American Catholic Almanac.
Well, it's a longer story than we have time for here, but really the main reason we decided to write it is that we felt that so many American Catholics didn't know many of the wonderful and absolutely intriguing and adventurous stories of Catholics who helped build this country, and that the role of the Catholic Church in America is not as well known as perhaps the role of the Church in Europe and elsewhere.
You know, Brian, Catholic TV viewers will probably be surprised to learn that the gangster, Al Capone, has the words, "My Jesus Mercy," on his tombstone. That's just one of many surprising facts in the book. Am I not correct?
You're right. Al Capone, infamous sinner, gangster, certainly no model of sanctity, actually helped the church open some of the first soup kitchens here during the Great Depression, and died with the words on his tomb, "My Jesus Mercy." And so an American Catholic, certainly a notorious American Catholic, someone who clearly died seeking mercy from God.
Mm-hmm. Well, the book has a page-a-day history for each day of the year, specifically American. Why was this important for you to feature American Catholic highlights?
Well, you know, the Catholic Church in America has a mixed history. It started here as a religious faith that was discriminated against. Catholics were not necessarily always welcome in the early days of America. It had to be a fighting faith, unlike the church in Europe that was the dominant faith. And so because of that fighting immigrant tenor, it established a unique way of existing in the world in history. And certainly with a country that gave us freedom, that gave us all the blessings of liberty, the church has thrived, and the church went to Hollywood, it went into the academy, it went into media, it went into sports. So the book covers all these things: Buffalo Bill, Vince Lombardi, Fulton Sheen, Alfred Hitchcock, all these American Catholics who had profound influence on our country in many ways because of their Catholic faith, and that part of their story is not often known.
I think it's a brilliant way to educate people about just the kind of inner workings of the church in our own great nation. Just stepping away from the book for a moment, can you tell us about your work briefly with CatholicVote.org?
Absolutely. We are a lay-run ministry. Our goal is to inspire, educate, and mobilize Catholic voters. We are Catholic first, not Republican, not Democrat. So we try to help Catholics understand Catholic social teaching and apply it, of course, to the messy world of politics, which gets us in trouble at times, but is a place the church needs to be and needs to be active.
Do we underestimate, Brian, the power of Catholics in this country and our voice?
If the Catholics were united in America, we could be dictating practically everything in America. But of course, as a church, we're divided, we're sinners, we struggle, we have differences of opinion, different traditions and such. The church is, 70 million strong in America, but we have some work to do in terms of mass attendance and devotion to the faith, and that's the work of the new evangelization that's underway.
I couldn't agree more, Brian, and I think this book is just a brilliant gift, stocking stuffer for Christmas for people. Where can people get a copy and also learn more about your work?
Sure. Well, of course, CatholicVote.org is an easy place, but the book is available at Amazon. It's also been selected by Barnes & Noble as one of their featured books for the fourth quarter, so you should be able to find it in stores there. And as you say, it's a story per day. It takes about 3 minutes to read a story from each day, one day of the year. You can go through it throughout the year. You can read it in one big batch. It was a wonderful joy putting together, and I think a lot of people will have the same experience in reading it.
Great Skype, by the way. Thank you for that. And next time you're in Boston, I hope you're going to come by and visit us.
I will, and go Cubs.
Oh, that just isn't nice. Good luck with John Lester. He's a great pitcher. Hey, Brian, have a great day, and thanks for joining us today and doing all this great work.
Wonderful. God bless you.